back to the No Limit Crypto channel. So right now we are going to take a look at Solana. As expected yesterday, Solana started dumping a little bit. So now we're gonna have to take a look at some support lines where we might get some help and support. So if you enjoy these daily Solana and cryptocurrency videos, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps me out massively. Let's get right into it. So in yesterday's video I gave you multiple reasons why I thought that this triangle forming on the Solana chart was going to break to the downside. We had hidden bearish divergences, we had trend lines broken on the chart and also on the RSI, and we had this big dump which was actually boosted by the market-wide drop. So the market in a whole made a big drop. Starting from Bitcoin, we had a small drop on Bitcoin. Bitcoin was looking quite healthy, went down under 45k. Algorand made a big drop. ETH made a big drop. You name it, almost every coin made a big drop yesterday. So I'm trying to find my Solana chart. That's where it is. So yeah, the drop was boosted, or this dump was boosted by the whole market dropping, but you can see that the drop was kind of confirmed because we didn't have enough momentum, or Solana wasn't strong enough to recover quickly from that. There were coins like Polkadot who did a big and fast, like not a big but like a significant drop and recovered fast. Solana didn't have it in it to recover fast. So now we are going to need to look, when will we stop? So what needs to happen? We need to close above this 160 line on the 4 hour. We are not looking for confirmations of breakouts on lower time frames than the 4 hour chart. So there's 2 hours and 23 minutes until we close this 4 hour candle. And so once we see that it's closed above, we might have a bit of a confirmation that we might hold support here at 160. So at that point, obviously the best case scenario, I see it as a very unlikely scenario, is that we start moving back up. I don't think that is the scenario that is going to happen. I think it's much more likely that if we hold support and if we find significant enough support around here, is that the likely scenario is that we are going to move sideways for the foreseeable future until we make some other move. That is the best case scenario, or the second best case scenario. Obviously the best case scenario is always us going up, 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 but staying in a range around like 160 and 200 seems like a okay option if you look at the other options. So the other option is that we fail to hold support over here and we start crashing down. I have multiple support levels over here. There are some stronger than others. We're going to look for some confluence soon. But these support levels are based on volume profiles. So I basically look at the volume profile. I actually did this on the hourly time frame, I think. So these are levels where there were significant volume, and we are looking for spikes. You can see that we have spikes. We have spikes of volume around these levels that I've drawn. And that means that there's going to be some sort of support, resistance, or at least some fighting at those levels. And when we have this nicely scrolled out, we can take a Fibonacci line. I don't know what's wrong with my internet. So we take a Fibonacci from the low to the high, and then we go back to a shorter time frame, and we start to look for confluence. Where do these lines meet? And in this one it's fairly clear. We have this tiny little spike over here. It's not really a spike if you compare them to others, so I can pretty comfortably take it away. I don't think we are going to see anything happen around that level. What we're looking at is 38.2% Fibonacci line. Perfect confluence almost with our volume. Same with the 50, 62, the 78, not that much. But there's still something above. This is obviously the line where we have the most volume on the range that is on the screen. So we are looking at 140, 113, 96. Worst case scenario is 73. I don't really think we are dropping to 73. Like if you take a reasonable, but yeah, it's the crypto market, so who knows? We might wake up tomorrow and see a 55% drop. But no, I don't think we are going back to 73 anymore. My guess is, I think this next line, this 143, is going to be our support. That's my guess, based on what I see right now. In 2 hours or so, when we have the 4-hour candle close, we might have another opinion on it. But at this moment in time, I'm looking at $140. And just to clarify to you guys how it doesn't actually look that bad. That chart on the weekly looks awful. But if we take a look at the weekly chart, I did this yesterday, but I just wanna look at it every day just to make you guys not scared about the situation. I know there's a lot of guys who are really bullish on Solana, and I'm also really bullish on Solana. But a $73 Solana is still a fairly significant higher high or higher low than we had before. So looking at this, if this is the case, I think all of us would enjoy this case happening. Or not enjoy, you know, there's gotta be some pain to get some gain. No pain, no gain. But this would be a okay scenario. If you look at this scenario in a year's time and you see that, okay, Solana dropped back to 73 and then it went to all-time highs again to 400, 320. I'm not looking at those numbers right now. This is just a thought. So this doesn't look so bad in the future. It's gonna be bad now, but in the future, not that bad. This was all from me. Peace out. Thank you very much. Please consider liking and subscribing.